Wednesday night, fire in the air. Arca warriors better be prepared. Friday light, street stock side by side. Door to door, nowhere left to hide. Sunday comes, the draft is alive. Speedway monkeys taking that ride. Every lap, every flag unfurled. CFM's racing with the best in the world. Green flag waving, engine scream. Built on passion, built on dreams. This is Checkered Flag Motorsports, where the races become family. Dave-O and Bubba built the fire. Now we're chasing history. Arca Street Stock Speedway monkeys, 2, 3 leagues, 1 mission. It's all red, white, and blue for you. Checkered Flag Motorsports, welcome to the show. Oh! Welcome to the show. Every rookie, every season pro, one more chance to let the whole world know. Respect earned one lap at a time. Fast cars, good friends crossing every line. Victory lane or hard luck night. We'll be back when the green flag flies. One community, one racing heart. That's where every champion starts. From the short tracks to the super speedway lights. We're racing together every Wednesday, Friday, Sunday night. This is Checkered Flag Motorsports, where the races become family. Dave-O and Bubba lead the charge with horsepower and unity. Arca Street Stock Speedway.
Shopping for a new Chevy? Chevyland stands apart from the competition. Explore over 12 acres and more than 260 vehicles with truckloads of savings, like $10,000 off select new 2026 Silverado 1500s, 1.9% financing on Blazer and Silverado, plus the Chevyland Advantage, 12 months complimentary maintenance. That's peace of mind, only at Chevyland. And that's why we're #1 in North Louisiana. Come see the difference for yourself at Chevyland, your Silverado headquarters.
We are back here tonight, Checkered Flag Motorsports Speedway Monkey, season number 5, round number 7 here tonight at Atlanta, Echo Park or Atlanta Motor Speedway, whatever y'all still call it. To me, it is Atlanta Motor Speedway. Anyway, how's everybody doing back in action after the 4th of July holidays? Of course, tonight is the happy 250th birthday. Totally butchered birthday, but it's all right. America 150 here tonight. Sponsored by Rick Sanchez here. And I totally forgot the T in birthday. So there we go. We'll fix it. But, of course, sponsored by Rick Sanchez, so a big shout-out to Rick Sanchez out there. And, of course, presented to you all by MaxspeedTV. It's birthday. Yep, it's birthday. Well, let's see here what we got. Well, we've got an air temp of 70, a track temp of 75. Not too shabby down there. Here, 100 laps tonight, 150 miles. Unlimited tires, now 50% fuel. It's going to be about 17 to 24 laps, I would think, on that fuel. Good save there by the 92 here under practice. So, once we start seeing these guys come down pit road under green flag conditions, then we will know exactly kind of where the pit window is. But I put it here at 17 to 24 laps. Now, pit road here is 45, and it's a little tricky. You've got to get all 4 tires below that red line there on the backstretch before you enter turn 3, or you cannot come down pit road. If you do, it'll be an unsafe pit entry. That's the way Atlanta does it now. And it is 45, so you've got to be very careful coming down pit road 2. Pace speed, 55 miles an hour. Let's not talk about last night. Let's just deal with tonight there, Eric. So, now send your comment out there in chat. But point standings coming into tonight. We got a battle of the Ricks up front. We got Rick Sanchez, our sponsor here tonight, up the top spot at 190. Rick Seabrands there in second at 184, 6 behind Rick Sanchez. Paul Servant there in third at 177, 7 behind Seabrands. Mark Mann in fourth at 175, 2 behind Servant. Anthony English in fifth at 174, 1 behind Mark Mann. James Barron sixth at 165, 9 behind Anthony English. Tie between Les Levy and Nicholas Wing for 7th. Both of them at 164, and both of them 1 behind Mayer. The Donald Stewart in 9th at 158. 6 behind Wing and Levy. And then a 3-way tie between Russell Hancock, Dan Osborne, and Sean Stevens. All 3 of them at 151, and all 3 of them 7 behind Donald Stewart. Now then another tie between Chris Breidenbaker and David O here for 13th. Both of them at 153, and both of them 8 behind Stevens, Osborne, and Hancock. And Bubba Winningham in that 15th spot at 134, 9 behind Overstreet and Breidenbaker, and Joshua Westendorf there in 16th at 133, and 1 point behind Bubba Winningham. Of course, we only have 3 races left in the regular season, and we will be done for the regular season side of things, and we'll get into the chase. But we, of course, have Atlanta here tonight. We got Daytona next week, and then Talladega to round out the regular season. And then the top 16 drivers will battle it out in 2 races. Yes, 2 races for the chance to go to the top 8 with a Daytona and round 1 of the top 16, and Talladega for round 2 of the top 16. And that's the upcoming races, the regular season, and the 2 races in the round of 16 coming up. We've got to get through these 3 races first, so Brendan, how you doing out there in chat? Netsby out there, how are you doing in chat? Glad to see you, glad to see you. Do we know if Miss Belva is going to be out here or not? I do not see her yet, but we're going to be coming down to the final 3 minutes and 30 seconds here of practice. We're going to go ahead and step aside and play our national anthem. This one by Madison Rising here tonight. So hang tight, folks. Qualifying will be underway when we come back.
So proudly we hailed, and the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket track, the bomb busting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that Star Spangled Banner yet wave o'er the land under the frame, in the home of the brave? Because we are the brave. Yes, we are the brave. We'll fight you in name, the name of the brave. We are the US of A. For those unaware, that flag is still there. It's our future to save, this land of the brave, the US of A. Oh, say, does that Star Spangled Banner yet wave o'er the land of the free, in the
This is Rio of Madison Rising, and you're watching MaxspeedTV.
All right, qualifying just getting underway here. Looks like we've got Rick Sanchez Les Levy, Chris Bryden Baker, Anthony English, Paul Servant, David Palmer, Jerry Bergeron, Russ Hancock, Tyler High, Eddie Bergante, Mark Mann rolling out, and Dave Hunt rolling out as well. They only get one lap of qualifying here. They do get 2 fast repairs, so if they need the fast repair, then they can definitely use it. And I don't know why Dave Hunt's paints are not showing up. Anthony English up to the top spot. Actually tied Rick Sanchez with a 31.356. You would actually have to get into the milliseconds to find out the time, but Anthony English with the fastest time according to iRacing. Paul Servant going up into 3rd, Andy Bergante 4th. Looks like Russ Hancock 5th at the moment. Nick Wing out on the track here. 31.453. That's going to put him up in 5th. Dana Osborne, 31.406. That's going to be up to 4th. Yeah, but that would be taking a trip all the way down to Louisiana there, Eric, and I don't want to drive that far. Because I'm going to be the one that's going to have to take him. So, Dusty Burkhart. Rick Seabrand's on the track. Only 2 at the moment. Looks like Dusty Burkhart with a 31.458. Well, 457. That is going to be up into 10th. So Donald Stewart. Doesn't look like he's coming out yet. Rick Seabrands with a 31.404. That is going to put him up in 4th. Andrew Schroeder coming out with about 1:30 left. $14,000 miles. That's not a $14,000. I'd definitely jump on that if it's for 2025. But 14,000 miles, that's not a lot of miles, honestly. Sounds like highway miles. Yeah, it's barely broke in. All right, just waiting on Andrew here with about 45 seconds left. Looks like Anthony English at the moment is going to hold the top spot. Michael Pratt with a 31.444. Andrew Schroeder with a 31.695. I believe that is going to be all that's going to come out. Robert Amaral, Kevin Spencer, Bubba Winningham, Brian Eschbald, Donald Stewart, John Stevens, Hunter Reynolds, and Chris Melton looks like is not going to come out. So Anthony English going to grab the pole out here tonight at Atlanta. Really can't call it hot Atlanta because it's not hot out there, but still should be some pretty good racing. We're going to go ahead and pull Anthony English down here real quick and talk to him. Anthony, another pole, buddy. Awesome job on pole. It is Atlanta. How you feeling out there here tonight, buddy?
Yeah. I'm feeling great.
You're feeling great. Well,
Yeah.
you always do that to me. Well, you're trying to shoot for your first win of the season. We're getting down to the, final races of the regular season. However, still, pretty strong in the point standings, coming into tonight. But what's it going to take out here tonight at Atlanta?
I think keeping track of position and staying out of trouble. I think you just got to make sure you're there at the end. Hit your marks if you get green flag pit stops, and just try to be in a good spot to do something at the end as well.
Yeah.
So just stay clean, and I think just try to keep track position.
Yeah, I mean, it couldn't have said it any better. Of course, pit road a little bit easier to get on because, you know, having to enter it from turn 3 here in Atlanta. So I don't think we're going to see many problems on pit road.
Oh, you never know. I mean, sometimes you can overshoot that entrance when you're on worn out tires and stuff. So, I mean, we get back-to-back green flags, it becomes more of an issue. But yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully we don't.
All righty. Well, sorry if I blew your eardrum out there. Had to sneeze, couldn't catch it. So, all righty, Anthony. Well, good luck down there. Congratulations on the pole, man. We'll see what happens, but good luck.
What'd you say? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I heard you. Wow. Thank you, guys.
You're welcome. Wow. Y'all see what I got to put up with? All right, well, is Anthony gonna grid? That's gonna be interesting, because up there it goes. All right, so he did grid. Now, it looks like Nick Wing, Hunter Reynolds did not grid. I wonder if they will start from pit road, and it looks like that's what they are gonna do. Right? Yeah, I kind of put myself in you know, in that predicament. So all right. Oh, we're rolling off here. Let's go ahead and get them on our grid here. Tonight, Anthony English grabbing the pole. Congratulations to Anthony on pole. Rick Sanchez in second. Mark Mann third. Rick Seabrands fourth. Dan Osborne fifth. Paul Servant sixth. Andy Brigante seventh. James Barron eighth. Chad Spencer ninth. Michael Pratt 10th. Nick Wing at 11th. Dusty Burkhardt 12th. Russ Hancock 13th. Les Levy 14th. Chris Breinbaker 15th. Dave Hunt 16th. Lynn McNeese 17th. Joshua Westendorf in 18th. Tyler Hunt 18th. And Jerry Bergeron in 20th. David Palmer, 21st. Andrew Schroeder, 22nd. Hunter Reynolds, 23rd. Kevin Spencer, 24th. Donald Stewart, 25th. Sean Stevens, 26th. Chris Melton, 27th. Robert Amaral, 28th. Bubba Winningham, 29th. And Brian Eschball in 30th. 30 drivers out here tonight. Nick Wing is going to start from pit road. Here we go. Pace car. Down to the safety of a pit road for the first time here tonight. And there's the green. Boogity, 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 folks. Here we go. We're racing at Atlanta. Screaming out at 2 and diving it into 3 already. Who is going to lead the first lap here tonight? 44 of the 5. Looks like the 5 of Sanchez going to grab the first lap here. And we've got 99 more to go. All right, outside line really formed up now. Mark Mann on the bottom here behind Anthony English. Then you also have the 8 of Dana Osborne, the 23, Chad Spencer, 343 of Russ Hancock. These are the drivers on the bottom. The lead in the field right now is the number 5 of Rick Sanchez and the 4 of Rick Seabrands. So our 2 drivers, 1 and 2, and 3 actually. Our 3rd place in the point standings is up here as well. Paul Servant. We also have Mark Mann and Anthony English rounding out the top 5. They are all right here. James Mayer included. They're in the mix too. So our top 6 right here pretty much together. Les Levy is kind of mired back here in 17th, but Les knows it's a long race, so Les gonna do less things and just kind of hang out. Steven, how you doing? Just rolling the laps right now, folks. 77, Chris Breidenbaker on the top side here behind the 84 of Lynn McNeese, one of the admins here. We've got several out here on the track. Bubba Whittingham kind of hanging out back here. It looks like with the 42 of David Palmer, we got Brian Ashbaugh kind of by himself and Dick Wing, who started on pit road. So, whoa, we got drivers going everywhere, and are we going to be able to keep it saved? We are. However, that sent Andy Bergante all the way to the back almost, and not sure what happened. It looks like Andy got loose. That's what happened. He got too far up, overcorrected, got loose, and that stacked everybody up. And everybody was able to get through it, but, boy, that shook the field up a little bit. And as we did a real quick MaxspeedTV rewind there, and pretty much the top 6 kind of broke away a little bit. I'll say that. And it looks like the top 11 kind of broke away from the rest of the field here, all the way back to Russ Hancock and Chris Breidenbaker. Kind of got a little dicey there for a minute. Everybody now going single file. We're still hanging out here with Breidenbaker in the 77 at the moment. Got a whole stack up of cars back here, though. And this is led by, I believe, that is going to be, the 93 of Tyler High, Chris Melton, Mark Mann, Chaz Spencer battling Les Levy, Sean Stevens even in the mix. Dave Hunt as well. And they're kind of duking it out back here in the middle of the pack. Well, middle of this pack, I should say. We got a couple of packs going on. Michael Pratt side by side with the 44 of Anthony English, and now it looks like Pratt is going to go ahead and pull it right behind him again in that Cheetos machine. But now looking back to the inside, down to between 3 and 4 here. They'll be screaming out of turn 4 and through this tri-oval. Michael just cannot seem to get nothing done on Anthony English, but he does have help. Dana Osborne right behind him. And the 3-4-3 of Russ Hancock flying up through here, too. He's going to try to get something going on the bottom, and maybe, just maybe they can get something going. But with 3 trucks compared to 8, it's going to be easier said than done. But we'll keep an eye on Michael Pratt here and see if maybe they can do so. Of course, if these drivers up front here have any type of little boo-boo or little mistake, then that's definitely going to upset that top line, so they would definitely have to watch it. 14 laps into this run, we already have Andy Brigante coming down pit road here. He probably is noticing some damage on that truck that he's not liking. He is coming down pit road. Oh, Dana going up a little bit, almost into the 44 of Anthony, but they managed to keep it off of one another. You could also say you want what they paid for it, or you're going to go someplace else. I've heard people walk into a dealership and be like, I'll buy that car, but I'll pay what y'all pay for it, and I want to see it. And they'll either do it, or you go someplace else. Because they didn't pay $31,000 for that vehicle. No way. They probably paid maybe 20. Oh, yeah. Oh, all the time, Eric. All the time. Well, right now, though, we're still in the waiting game, though, bub. So, we're just kind of waiting right now. Side by side, still yet from the 8 on back. Single file still up here with Sanchez, Sebrandt, Servant, Mayer, and I would say English, but Dana Osborne coming down to the inside. I guess we'll find out. It'll be this week or next week. I know, as soon as it happens, I already told you what I'm doing, so you already know. Andy Brigante a couple of laps down now. He did have to use one of his fast repairs, but, he's got one left, and, this race is far from over, but, one thing Andy needs is, a couple of yellows. He definitely needs that. In order to potentially get back on the lead lap. Now, I'm not saying he can't do it under green flag conditions, because it is definitely possible, but yellows will definitely help for sure. As we see Rick Sanchez, Rick Sebrandt still rolling up front here. Dana Osborne and company just cannot seem to get up and around there. Going back through the field a little bit further. Let's see here where everybody else is at. And going a little bit more single file now. We are in that window of pit stops, folks. Remember, I said 17 to 24 laps, so we are in that window for potential pit stops here. And for the most part, though, everybody is on the bottom. Once we see these leaders shoot down to the bottom, well, then we will definitely know that they are getting close on fuel, and they are going to have to pit. But 21 laps out of turn number 2. Remember, on the back stretch right there is where you enter pit road. Oh, I didn't know that, Steven. I didn't know you used to sell cars. All right, well, are we going to see any pit stops? Nope, not yet. Not at the moment. Everybody trying to find a spot down on the bottom, though. So we are, I believe, getting close to some pit stops here. Used to sell Hot Wheels. Hey, some of those Hot Wheels are expensive. Out of turn number 2, and nobody coming down yet. Boy, I think my calculation might have been off a little bit. Remember, I said 17 to 24. We're on lap 23, coming to lap 24 here. So it is close. So you get bonuses on new cars, but you get commission on used cars. Gotcha. Yeah, I'm not getting into the car business. Not happening. I'd want to give the cars away. Here we go. We got pit stops. Rick Sanchez, C-Brands. Coming down pit road, we've got the three of Paul Servant, James Mayer, Anthony English, Osborne, Steven Schroeder, Stewart, Breidenbaker, Spencer not coming down. Doesn't look like these guys are coming down. However, Brian Ashbaugh is going to go ahead and come down. Robert Amaral. Looks like Nick Wing is going to go ahead and stay out. I would imagine Andy will go ahead and stay out as well, as we see Michael Pratt coming down pit road here. It's like he might be the only one. Now, we've got a few more. Russ Hancock, Tyler High, Mark Mann, Chaz Spencer. Looks like Bubba Winningham down. Here comes David Palmer as well. Nick Wing to follow. Lynn McNeese, Dusty Burkhart, Les Levy, Chris Melton. They are these guys, the last group coming down as we speak. Looks like Dave Hunt not coming down. He is going to go ahead and stay out. It looks like he can. Oh, we got a couple of black flags, though. David Palmer and Robert Amaral. Looks like Robert might be speeding on pit road. David probably speeding coming into pit road. And it looks like Dave Hunt is going to be coming down as we speak. So it looks like, for the most part, about 27 laps. So I was close. I was close. Wasn't right on it. Oh, Chaz Spencer with a black flag, too. So he will have to come back down pit road under green flag. It looks like he's just going to go ahead and do it and get it over with. And David Palmer, Robert Amaral is coming down as well. Dave Hunt made it safely down. Yes, Bub, that has happened multiple times. I haven't seen it yet in CFM. I think these guys are a little bit smarter than that, but I have seen it in previous leagues. Yes, I have even done it myself on numerous occasions when I was racing. Missed my box and thinking I could go ahead and go around one more time and didn't make it. So Rick Sanchez, Rick Seabranch, James Mayer, Paul Servant, Anthony English is our top five. The 21 of Nick Wing, right here mired in between the front pack. Nick is the first driver a lap down, followed by Brian Ashbaugh, Michael Pratt, Andy Bergante, and David Palmer 2 laps down. Chaz Spencer is a couple of laps down. Robert Amaral has already taken his truck behind the wall here. I don't know why, but he did. So I think he went ahead and said he has had enough, and he's done. Chat wasn't updating. Oh, wow. That's strange. And they are definitely spread out now for sure. Got a couple of packs. So let's kind of go through here, see who we got. We already kind of went over who's in this front pack, but we'll do it again. We got Sanchez, we got Seabrands, Mayer, Servant, English, and Wing. Like I said, Wing is a lap down. However, he is still up here with this front pack. Donald Stewart is in this second group, the second pack of trucks, with Mark Mann, Dana Osborne, Andrew Schroeder, and Sean Stevens. That is rounding out the top 10. Then we've got Lynn McNeese at 11th, Chris Melton, Kevin Spencer, Dusty Burkhart, Joshua Westendorf rounding out the top 15 in this group. We've got Dave Hunt, Jerry Bergeron, Tyler Hyde, Chris Breidenbaker, Russ Hancock, Les Levy in this group. Bubba Winningham kind of mired by himself right now in the SpaceX number 6. Now, Brian Ashbaugh is in the group with the 92 of Joshua Westendorf, Dusty Burkhart and company. Michael Pratt in the Cheetos truck. He's kind of by himself, not with any group. Likewise with Andy Brigante, but I think if Andy and Michael could get hooked up here and possibly somebody is in a white truck, Bubba Winningham, then they could get something going. That's what we've got right now. We got several packs, several groups of, 4 and 5, 6 trucks kind of scattered out amongst Atlanta here after our first round of green flag pit stops. Exactly, Eric. Yeah, I know, and I never did. I always kept it the default, whatever it gave me. That's what I kept it as. I never went in there and changed it. Well, I've already got a vehicle. I'm paying on mine, Eric. I got mine through my boss. When my vehicle, my car got totaled, I went and got one, and as much money as he's put in it, and as as what we've done to it, I think I'm gonna keep it. Oh, Steven. Oh. I see how it is. You're talking to Steven and not me. I see how it is. Z71, that's a four-wheel drive, I believe, right? All Z71s are four-wheel drive, I believe. Off-road package, okay. 4x4. Okay, I got you. Up 13 laps into this run for most of the drivers. Some been out here going on 12 laps, some going on 11. Chaz Spencer, another lap down. Oh, man. Ugh. Another lap down here. He's 3 laps down now. I'm already yawning, and I shouldn't be yawning. I know, right? I shouldn't be yawning. I did get up early. I didn't take a nap like I normally do, so it's just this heat, man. Whew. The Lynn McNeese, Chris Melton, Kevin Spencer, Dusty Burkhart. This group is catching Sean Stevens, Schroeder, Dana, Mark, and Donald. Oh, Donald saved it. Good save, Stewart. Wow. That was a good save by Donald Stewart. Y'all want to see that again? I think Mark got a little bit too carried away there, a little bit pushing, and pushed him a little bit too much, got him a little bit squirrely, but he managed to save it. Good save, bud. Now that kind of sent him back to behind Sean Stevens here, but he is still in this group. And I know Mark Mann did not do that on purpose. It's just close racing, and these trucks are not, I mean, they're easy, but they're not easy. They're not hard. I mean, they're kind of in the middle, but if you do push too hard, it lifts that back end up, and, well, you end up sliding. So, you know, you do got to be cautious, but, you know, I'd wreck Mark Mann for a Klondike bar. So, you know. Sorry, Mark. Had to. Might need to make some more, bub. No, I wasn't ignoring you. I was busy. I had to finish putting up that door on the back building. We did that earlier today. That took a minute to do because we had to do some construction, I guess you could call it, but we managed to get it on, so. Not perfect, but it works. Bubba Winningham is the last driver on the lead lap. These guys will be catching him here. We see Bubba, and we look back here to Rick Sanchez. They're coming up on him. Now we'll see if Bubba stays where he's at, or if he, you know, decides to get out of the way and let these guys go around. Now, that is, of course, if they catch him. They got to catch him first. Yes, we did get that done too. Oh, Sean Stevens having some problems. It looks like they had some issues back here real quick. So Sean Stevens, did he clip? Oh, he clipped the apron and it got him loose. That's exactly what happened, I believe. They stay green. Man, good, solid run. Coming up on that halfway mark here, though, folks, in about 4 laps. Yeah, Little Bear ain't getting out now. Unless he climbs the fence. If he climbs the fence, then I don't know what I'm going to do. If he climbs the fence, I'm going to join the circus. All right, yep, Bubba looks like going to stay high. He's going to let these guys go down to the bottom. Bubba's not going to fight them. And that's probably, you know, that's a smart move, too, because, you know, if a yellow does come out, Bubba's not involved in it, Bubba will be right back on the lead lap. So, you know, a smart idea for Bubba just to kind of let these guys go ahead and go by. And, you know, if I'm Bubba, oh, we've got a yellow. See, I spoke it in existence. There is our yellow, and that helped out Bubba Winningham here tonight. And he is going to get right back on the lead lap, and it looks like, oh, it might have started a little bit further up around the 48 of Schroeder here. Man, Schroeder just can't catch a break. Oh, it looks like him and the 8, possibly? See what happened to Schroeder. They coach him up a Ram. At least he knows what vehicle to drive. He still don't know what team to go for, but at least he knows what vehicle to drive. So, oh, it looks like right here, the 8 of Dana goes up. Andrew was coming on the bottom. He does put those left side tires right on that line. And right there, gets right into the back of the 8 of Dana. And that is what sent Dana Array here. Nowhere to go for the 634. He is going to get in the back of the 48. And the 88, nowhere to go either. And that's what kind of checked everybody up back there, too. Whoa! 53 of Dave Hunt coming in here hot and heavy. And he just plows right into the 88. I don't know. I think he was thinking he was going to be clear. It goes high, goes low, and right into the 88. And then the 48 gets slammed by the 77 as well. And Dave Hunt has got all sorts of engine problems out here on the track. Ouch. All right, well, that helped out Bubba Winningham. Put him back on the lead lap here, so he's going to be good to go. And, folks, I got to say, 49 laps under green. Man, that was amazing. Well, let's go ahead and get our first, I'm going to go ahead and call it victim here tonight, because we're going to go ahead and pull up the 95 of James Mayer, who is sitting right now. I have him in the P2 spot. James got a copy, buddy.
Yeah, I got you.
Well, man, I got to say, 49 laps roughly green. Man, that is some amazing driving by you guys down there. Awesome job.
Yeah, I feel like, you know, here at Echo Park, it usually goes one way or the other. We usually have a bunch of cautions, or it usually spreads out a little bit and goes green. So it's nice to get some laps in there. And, yeah, the truck feels good, so maybe a little bit on the loose side, but that's how we like it. So
yeah,
no complaints here.
Well, I gotta say, awesome job by everybody out there. I mean, driving the wheels off, but yet staying really, safe too. So I see you guys getting side by side here and everything, and so I'm not gonna keep you, much longer. But how's everything holding up? How's tires holding up?
Yeah, I don't think there was really too much fall off. I mean, I'm happy to get 4 fresh ones on it, but yeah. But yeah, like I said, it's maybe a little bit loose, but not terrible. So it's
okay.
Feeling pretty good.
All righty, buddy. We'll send you back down there, buddy. Good luck out here tonight. Let's see if we can finish this race out under green. Let's go the rest of the way green. So,
I hope so.
Awesome job, bud. Keep it up. Let's see what you can do.
All right, thanks.
Yep. All right. Well, that is James and Bear out there here tonight, and everybody knows that, being interviewed is usually the, well, as Steven calls it, the Medlock Juju. So, Eric is saying victim number 1. So, bad medicine. All right, here we go. Pace vehicle down to the safety of pit road, and we are green once again here at Atlanta Motor Speedway, Echo Park Speedway. I know they call it Echo Park now, but you can't change Atlanta Motor Speedway. I don't care how many names you go through, it's still going to be Atlanta Motor Speedway. Gonna take a minute to get up to speed, but once they get up to full speed, which they're pretty close, they're right there. They're gonna be knocking out some more laps here. Get a little squiggly down there on the bottom though, around the 44. That was Anthony English. You also have the 84 of Lynn McNeese. And got a little squirrely, not too bad, but everybody remembers Western Auto, I believe. I know I remember it growing up as a kid, so I think we had one down there in Mulberry, an old Western Auto, growing up. So Rick, James, Paul, Lynn, Chris, Rick, Seabrands. Remember, I got to watch. When I say Rick, I've got to really specify which Rick, because we do have 2 of them. Wow, Eric. how y'all's coming up with words. Wow. I'm sure you could. I am sure you could come up with something. If you do, I'll definitely have to hear it. And you never know, I may end up playing it for everybody one night. Lap 55. Well, lap 56 now as it updates. Everybody kind of knows to tell. Well, we were kind of spread out there, but... Oh, we've got another yellow. Uh-oh. Oh, Dave Hunt and Brian Eschball. Uh-oh, I think Dave might have got hit here. Oh, I think the 7 might have hit him. I don't think Dave got into the back of Bubba. We will get on Dave Hunt here. And did the 21 and the 6 make any contact? Oh, they might have. You look at the 6 and the 21 right up ahead of Dave Hunt. Right there. Yeah, there was definitely some contact between the 21 and the 6. That's what checked up Bubba. And then the 7 come right up on the 53, Michael Pratt. And that sent Dave right down into the 88. Michael Pratt, oh, he's going to get, oh, no, the 88 going to go hard into the outside wall. Oh, that had to hurt. Oh, man. And then the 13 as well. That is Andy Bergante. He is going to get some of it. Looks like Andy got hit by the 23 here. So there is where the yellow is going to come out. It looks like everybody else, for the most part, that was Chaz Spencer in the 23. The 7 was Pratt. So, all right, well, we're seeing some drivers down pit road here. Anthony English, Rick Sanchez, Paul Servant, Rick Sebrands, Mark Mann, Mayer, and these guys all down and coming back out. All right, Steven, buddy, get some rest. All right, well, let's see who we can chit-chat with. How about we pull up one of the admins here tonight if we can? Well, we pull up old Lynn McNeese here real quick. Lynn, got a copy, buddy?
I got you. How you doing this evening?
We're doing all right, buddy. I mean, I got to say, man, that first ride there, man, was amazing. I mean, that was 49 laps, 50 laps, somewhere around in there. It was great. Green flag stops. And, you know, I know we've had a couple of yellows here pretty quick, but, you know, I know you guys can get it straightened back out, pretty fast. But what's it like down there on the restarts? You know, how's the tires holding up? How are you doing out there in traffic? And what's it going to take out there here tonight?
I don't really know what it's going to take, but I know after you run so many laps on these tires, they start getting way loose on you, and it's just kind of the truck that starts washing up in the turns there. So, but on restarts there, I thought we was doing pretty good. I was hoping that one caution was a fluke, so maybe it would be a fluke. We can get some green flags in and run some more.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't put it past you guys to, you know, get it figured out and keep it straight, you know. But, you know, when you guys are bunched up together, Lynn, you know it as well as I do, things are a little bit more dicey. So, you know, when y'all get separated, it kind of, you know, runs a little, I guess, I wouldn't say smoother, but, you know, things go a little bit better. But
a little less aggressive.
yeah, a little less aggressive. But, you know, we'll see how it all plays out, Lee, and good luck down there for the rest of the race, buddy. I know you're sitting at 7th right now, so we'll see what happens.
All right, buddy, appreciate it. Hopefully we can finish this thing out right and, you know, still have it in one piece.
Yes, let's try it. The Western Auto 84 looking pretty strong, buddy.
Thanks, sir.
Yep. All right. There's old Lynn out there here tonight. Sitting right now in 7th. We're going to get back up front, though. It'll be lap number 60. Victim number 2. Well, you can't say James Mayer's a victim because he didn't wreck. So all right, well, a big shout out to Rick Sanchez sponsoring tonight's race. A happy 250th birthday, America 150 here tonight at Atlanta. 3 races left in the regular season, and we are back green here again tonight. Rick Sanchez will come away regardless of what happens with the most laps led, as he has led 55 laps here tonight. That cannot be beat. Nobody can beat that. He will have the most laps led regardless. So, awesome job by Sanchez out here. Strong truck, and he showed it right at the... Uh-oh, we've got the 8 up in the wall. Dana, no yellow as of yet. And we don't have a yellow because it is one car, and iRacing did not deem it a yellow, as well as a CFM. So, Netsby, how you doing? Who's counting? What do you mean? Counting what? Oh, the laps led. ATV, we've got, Bubba up into the outside wall. Big wreck, yellow. Here we go. Oh, no. A little bit of 3 wide action, too. So what happened to Bubba, and who was on the inside? I see Schroeder right behind Bubba. Oh, it looks like right there, 48 was coming to the outside. Now, Bubba, he had to kind of try not to get in. Ooh, it looked like we had a little bit of net code there between him and Chris. Slow it down a little bit. You can see the jump right there by Chris. It wasn't much of a jump, but it was just enough. But you see Andrew coming to the outside here and ends up clipping. Ooh, definitely some net code started it, but right there. And that sent Bubba up into the outside wall. And Andrew's not going to be able to get out of that one either. Nor is it, looks like, Kevin Spencer or Nick Wing, the 62, also going to get a piece of it. Oh, man. Now, it looks like Bubba Winningham is going to have to use a fast repair here as we get back up live. He has got a lot of smoke coming out of that SpaceX truck. And I don't mean that in a bad way, but we know actually how it all started when Elon and SpaceX was starting out with their rockets and stuff, and you know how that all turned out. But Bubba will get back out there. He'll get it on pit road. He'll get that fast repair used. There it goes, and he'll get right back out there on the racetrack. He will still be, I believe, on the lead lap, so... Yeah, Bubba just can't catch a break. It looks like David Palmer, Dana Osborne, the only 2 drivers at the moment, 1 lap down. Andy Brigante, Les Levy, Dave Hunt is on pit road. Dave probably just trying to get some damage fixed. I would imagine Dave will come out before they come back around. Yeah, here comes Dave. He's going to be rolling out here. Andy Brigante not coming out yet. Here comes Andy. Here comes Les. He's going to go ahead and roll out before they come back around. David Palmer is going to go ahead and come down. And I do have Nick Wing as our leader. Is that correct? That is correct. But Nick Wing is going to get on the apron here, so I believe Nick is going to have to go to the back. So Rick Sanchez is our leader, not Nick Wing. Nick did lead a lap, but Nick is having to go to the back here. So Sanchez, Stewart, Seabrands, English, McNeese, Mayer, Melton, Burkhart, Mann, Bergeron, Servant, High, Stevens, Westendorf, Schroeder, Pratt, Hancock, Spencer, Winningham, and a Hunt. That is going to be our top 20. Wing, Levy, Bryden Baker, rounding out the top 23 on the lead lap. Andy Brigante is back on pit road here. It looks like he's going to be coming out. He will be on the lead lap there in 24th. So David Palmer, Dana Osborne, the two drivers 1 lap down. Chaz Spencer 3 laps down. Brian Eschball 3 laps down. Coming to lap 66 here of 100. And there we go. Green is back out. Just kind of watching them get up to speed. Rick Seabrands has pretty much been all over the back of Rick Sanchez throughout the whole race. I mean, he's been right there, not really letting Rick get too far ahead. He's just been right back on the tail end of him and doing a very good job of keeping really Sanchez up front. As you can see, Rick Seabrands has really not pushed any type of the issues, anything here tonight. Really not. Uh-oh, 69 into the wall. That's Burkhart, I believe. At the moment, no yellow. We stay green. It doesn't look like we're going to have a yellow. Everybody is just, staying straight, staying out. Oh, wow. James Mayer pulling it right up in front of the one of Jerry Bergeron. Jerry decided, nah, you know what? I'm going to go back to the bottom here. I don't like how you almost took my nose off, so I'm just going to drop it right back down to the bottom. Well, if y'all haven't already hit that like button here tonight, please do so. 6 likes. 8 of y'all still watching out here this evening. Appreciate everybody. Appreciate all the support. Gonna have a breakaway here. Looks like the 343 of Russ Hancock, top 17, kind of broke away from the rest of the group. .52 of Chris Melton making that bottom line work. Maybe that bottom line's going to start coming into play here. He's doing everything he can to try to get up and around that 4 and 5 truck. Well, folks, all they're going to have to do is make one more pit stop, and they'll be good to go for fuel. Well, tires are pretty much going to be shot, but one more stop. That's going to be it. Guys running up front side by side. That's why I'm kind of staying up here. We got side by side kind of back here too, but this is still up front in this pack. Single file pretty much back here. Les Levy on the outside. We'll see here if maybe he pulls it down to the bottom or if he stays up there. It looks like he's staying up there right now, but I want to get back up front here because this is where I think if we're going to have any problems, it would be up front right here somewhere in this top 17, I guess you could say. They are starting to get a little squirrely, though. They've been out here now at about 9 laps, so I would assume tires are starting to become a little bit of an issue. If they pit now, they would be able to make it, but I imagine you want to go as long and as far as you can at this point, knowing that, you know, it's only going to be one stop. Now, that's under regulation, of course. I do think, though, if we do have a yellow between now and our next round of pit stops, I believe everybody will come down. We don't want to see a yellow. We've had a couple out here tonight, 3, I believe to be exact, for 9 laps. So, you know, and they only have 2 GWC attempts. So, you know, if they do need them, they have them. If they don't need them, well, then they don't need them. Hopefully they don't need them. Yeah, Eric, definitely got to watch the water temps. And I've noticed, you know, not only with Seabrands, but with several others, Mark Mann, Lynn McNeese, James Mayer, Anthony, you know, these guys kind of back here, they have been really kind of peeking out as we've seen Seabrands there. I don't know if he peeked out on purpose, but he got some air in there to kind of cool that engine off, and he is backing off a little bit. But as soon as that engine cools down, he is right back on the back bumper of the 5. So, you know, these guys are being aware of the temps for sure. We have lost just one driver out here tonight, though, and I gotta say it's been amazing. I think we had 30 in the lobby. Only Anthony going around. I think this is where we're going to have our yellow. Yep. Anthony going around. Oh, I think he might have got tagged here. It's a find the 44 of Anthony English. And that was Chris Melton. It looks like Chris right there. Yep, that right front to the left rear of Anthony. Now, Chris was on the bottom, and that's all she wrote right there. And no, it looks like the 27 of Stevens, the 7 is going to get a piece of it. And we see the 52 here also. He's going to get tagged there by, it looks like Stewart, and that's going to shoot him right up into the 7. Oh. And the 96 is going to get some damage there too. Well, looks like Michael Pratt has taken his truck behind the wall here. Yellow is out. Everybody coming down pit road but David Palmer. Looks like Dana Osborne and David Palmer. Dana is going to be our lucky dog. He's going to get back on the lead lap. Now, David Palmer will have to come down the next time around. I would imagine he'll come down, but, you know, we'll see how it all plays out. Looks like Rick Sanchez, Rick Seabrands, James Mayer, Mark Mann, Andrew Schroeder, Bubba Winningham, Russ Hancock, Lynn McNeese, like Sean Stevens, Tyler High, Anthony English. Donald Stewart. I think Donald did not beat him out. Anthony beat him out. So Donald is going to be 12th. Westendorf 13th. Jerry 14th. And Chris Melton 15th. Something is going on with Sanchez here. Sanchez is coming back down pit road. What happened to Rick Sanchez? Rick Seabrands is our leader. Something is going on with Sanchez here. He is coming back down pit road. NetSpeed, do we know what is going on with Sanchez here? We don't know. However, we do know Rick Seabrands now is going to be our leader, followed by James Marinder, Schroeder, Mark, Manley, McNeese, Russ Hancock, Stevens, High, English, and Stewart. He is taking tires here. I wonder. Interesting. Interesting call there by Sanchez. I'm confused. Honestly, I am confused. Because I did not expect him to come back down pit road at all. Well, all right, here we go. Pace car will dive down to the safety of pit road. It's going to be 20 to go here at the stripe. Green flag is out. Everybody, oh, Mark got a little squirrely here, but 20 to go here tonight, folks. Rick Sanchez is gonna have to do something. Mark Mann all over the back end of the 95. 95, oh, 95 pulled up. Almost took out the 4 of Seabrands. And that is going to put Seabrands behind the 95 of James Mayer. And a little dicey back here. Rick Sanchez up into 24th now. We'll keep an eye on him. Got a lot of ground to make up. James Mayer has not won a race yet this season. Mark Mann, Rick Seabrands, they both have got a win. Mark Mann, round 1. Seabrands, round 4. Sanchez, of course, winning round 6 right before the 4th of July break. Sanchez up into 21st. Oh, we've got a truck into the wall. Oh, no, we're going to have a big wreck. Oh. Right there, it looks like the 93 got into the wall. So let's get on the, I believe that was the 93. Yeah, Tyler. Looks like Tyler come out of the tri-oval here and got into the wall. That shot him right down. The Donald Stewart was right there as well. Nowhere to go for the 52 as well, right into the back. And it was kind of on from there. Anthony English, nowhere to go, right into Chris. The 3-4-3, wrong spot, wrong time. He's going to get it. And as we continue to kind of go back through here, let's kind of see. Well, there's a lot of smoke. Looks like Sanchez made it through for the most part. Might have a little bit of damage, but he made it through. All right, well, 16 to go. Maybe Rick knows something we don't. Usually some of these guys have a pretty gut feeling of what, what could happen. So like Seabrands, Mark Mann, his guys using the apron here. Like we've got another one kind of using the apron. That's a Les Levy to kind of even out the fuel, but I think they're going to have plenty to make it. About 22 laps, so I think they'll be okay. And Chris Melton does have a black flag here. All right, well, here we go. With 13 to go. Once we go green. Still 25 drivers on the lead a lap. On the way back to David Palmer. Ryan Eschbaugh and Chaz Spencer both 3 laps down. Man, we are neck and neck up here. All right, here we go. Green is out once again. Good start. Good start by Seabrands. Good start by Schroeder. Restart by Schroeder. Ooh, Schroeder push it up there with the 95 of James Mayer. You also have Lynn McNeese in the mix here too. And that outside line starting to go again. We've seen that outside line really be the dominating line out here tonight, but can that bottom line finally come into play as we hit the stripe there? James Mayer is going to get that lap from the 4 of Seabrands. as we see Lynn McNeese, the 93 of Tyler, the 44 of Anthony. Boy, James making that car wide. Sees the run, goes where the run's at, and then he sees another run. He is making that truck as wide as possible, but he's going to have to be careful, because if he is not careful, oh, the slightest bump could definitely be upsetting. Yeah, easy does it. 10 to go, folks. 10 there at the line. I would probably see maybe some 3 wide here before too long. Could either go really good or really bad, depending on who is in that 3 wide mess. And James Mayer really keeping the... Oh, Rick Seabrands, hang on to it. He did. Wow. Woo, buddy. His blood pressure ain't high. It's high now. Man. 3 wide. I knew we was going to see it. I knew it. It was just a matter of when. 93, 44, 92, and the 3 all right here together. Of course, the more they race it up, the further and further out these guys will get. But we're going to hang out right here with where that 3 wide was at. Now they're back to side-by-side racing. I don't think we're done with the 3 wide, though, folks. I really don't. Lynn McNeese keeping it all on the back of the 95. Schroeder running up here in 4th in striking distance. Mark Mann even up here. Nick Wayne, Westendorf, Servant. It is still anybody's race. Sanchez up to 12th. We're back. Oh, Schroeder going around. Save it. Save it. They didn't save it. Oh, it's going to be a big wreck. Oh, no. All right, man. Well, what happened to Schroeder? I mean, it was just hard racing and hard pushing. And did Schroeder, oh no, I think right here into the corner. Right there was the, man, that was just the slightest tag by the 04 of Mark Mann, but was Schroeder already loose? Let's see here. Man, that is tough. That is tough because, I mean, it was right there, right into the corner. And, man, I don't even know if Mark hit him. If he did, it was the slightest tag. I mean, definitely got him loose for sure, and then definitely tagged him there. But, it looks like the 04 is going to get tagged a couple of times here, too, by the 92. And it looks like the 21 kind of getting bent all out of shape up top here. And there was, oh man, that was close. And then it was kind of on from there. The 62 flying in here. 43 or 343. Oh, 27 of Sean Stevens. Oh. Yeah, being on the apron didn't help either, but yeah, I mean, he might have got a little loose, and then Mark was right there, and that didn't help the situation any at all, but, man, that was, whew. It was you know, just a bam-bam thing. I mean, there was nothing really anybody could do. Andrew was just trying to save it. All right, well, let's see here if the lights go off on the pace car here. If they don't, we'll be under a GWC. And it looks like the lights are off, so it'll be 3 to go. It'll be green, white, checkered, but we are under regulation. This is not a GWC attempt. It is unofficial. This is just still in the race. No GWC attempt yet. We got Mayer, Seabrands, McNeese, High, Breidenbaker, Servant, Sanchez, English, Osborne, Westendorf, top 10. Sanchez worked his way back up through the field. He squeezed by the wreck on the outside. Well, it definitely helped. That has put Sanchez right back in striking distance. He is on the bottom, though. It seems like that bottom is not where you want to be. All right, pace car is down. It'll be green, white, checkered, under regulation. This is not one of the attempts. Here we go. Everybody on the loud pedal. Do not miss a gear, whatever you do. Because if you miss a gear, you're going to be in trouble. Side by side up front, 3 wide back here. Mark, man. Oh, we're going to have another wreck. Another wreck. GWC attempt number 1 coming up. Oh, Dusty Burkhart. But it actually started up ahead. Looks like the 62 and the 343 or 634. I don't know. 634. Ooh, it looks like there was some checking up going on. Yeah, that's exactly what it was. There was some checking up going on. And that was the 92. And the 634 was right there. And then the 62 right into the back of him. That was Les. Nowhere to go for Les. And then the 1 of Jerry. And then Bubba was right there. And then, oh, no, Dusty. Oh, Dusty takes a hard lick into the outside wall. Looks like Andrew going to get caught up in it. The 343 going to get caught up in it. Nowhere to go for the 42 either. He's going to get caught up in it. Oh. All right. Well, GWC attempt number 1 here of 2. We are now in overtime. Yep. Seabrands, Mayer, McNeese, High, Servant, Breidenbaker, English, Sanchez, Osborne, Westendorf. That is our top 10. Catch up. We have some catch up going on. All right. Well, lights are off. Oh, all right. Well, here we go. Coming to the restart and GWC attempt number 1. The way it works is we will go green. If we get to the white flag, then whatever happens after that, well, it just happens. If we have a yellow before the white flag, we will do it one more time. Got too much mustard. What happened to the mayonnaise? Well, Seabrands is our leader, so he is on the outside. Of course, it's go on green at all times, so they have to go on green. There's the green, so everybody can go. And there's going to be a little bit of dooring going on up here between the 95 and the 4. And they are neck and neck. Oh, 84 into the back of the 95, trying to give that 95 a shove. Trying to get him up and around that number 4. We are continuing to watch the 5 here as well. A little bit mired back just a hair, but here we go, coming to the white flag. No yellow yet. No yellow yet. 1 to go. We stay green. They race it to the line. Rick Seabrands trying to make that truck wide. Rick, his last win came round 4. And he is going to win it here tonight. Awesome win by Rick Seabrands. Tyler High in second. James Mayer will finish in third. Chris Breidenbaker fourth, and Lynn McNeese rounding out the top 5. But what a win here by Seabrands, grabbing his second win of the season. And that might help the cause here, because unfortunately it looked like Sanchez was involved in that wreck. But Rick Seabrands grabbing the win out here tonight. There's Tyler and there is James. We're going to get the top 3 up here for the MaxspeedTV post-race show. So hang on a minute, folks. We will be right back. righty, folks. We've caught up with the top 3 here tonight. We're going to pull up James Mayer here, the 95. James, man, you put yourself in a good spot there at the end here to, manage to grab a podium. Awesome job. I know, coming into tonight, we talked about it. You're sitting back there. This is definitely going to help the points going into the final 2 races. But, man, talk about it tonight. It was there was some great racing down there here.
Yeah, side by side. I mean, it's a tough track. Definitely seemed like the high side was the better lane to be in. So one of those cautions there where I thought I was out front of Rick, and he got the timing line win there, so he was able to choose the outside. So. But yeah, overall, I mean, track felt pretty good. Like I said earlier, a little bit loose, especially going into the second run of tires, but overall, it's a fun track. It's
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't know if you was in the same room with him, but I imagine you were, because I know I've seen Seabrains down there too. But what happened to Sanchez? Because I know Sanchez and Seabrains were kind of rolling, and then all of a sudden, Rick had to come back down pit road.
Yeah, he got a speeding penalty.
Oh no.
Yeah, so Sanchez was caught his hand in the cookie jar.
Well, for some reason, it didn't light up on my timing screen like it normally did. I guess it was one of those to where it was just a, come back down, because he came back down.
I think it was just an EOL, and I think he probably just went in and topped off. But,
oh man, well, I know he was trying to fight his way back up, and he was doing so, and then all of a sudden, I think he got caught up in that big wreck there at the end. So, but hey, it is what it is. I mean, he's going to come away with the most laps led regardless. You led 19 out here tonight. Yeah. So, I mean, you managed to squeak by in a few laps yourself after starting in 8th, but down to 2 races left in the regular season. Daytona next week. It is the new Daytona, not the old one. And then, of course, Talladega. But we got to get through Daytona first. So how you feel about round number 8?
All good. I think the same strategy as always. You got to be there at the end. That's the key to these things. Is you can lead all the laps, but you got to be there at the end.
Well, yeah.
So unfortunate, for Sanchez tonight. We hate that for him, but he was a dominant car. And this track position's kind of a thing. So yeah, but Daytona, Talladega, a little bit different than here. You could come from the back, and kind of hang out and get to the front. But here, it's kind of all about track position. If you lose it, it's tough to make it back up.
Yeah, definitely so. We've seen it definitely here tonight for sure. Well, James, awesome job. Good points night for you out here tonight. Round number, what was this? Round number 7. So, awesome job in round number 7 after the break. We'll see what happens next week. Back to, Daytona and, actual super speedway tracks, 80 laps next week. So, we'll see what happens for the A&W Compressor and Mechanical Services 200 there. So, awesome job out here tonight, buddy. I know you got a few final thought shout-outs, things you want to get before you go celebrate your P3. So, I'll turn the mic back over to you, bud.
Yeah, of course, all the guys behind the scenes at Checkered Flag that, keep the Sundays rolling here. Of course, week in, week out, people aren't going to have the finishes they want. Tempers are going to flare, so they keep all that on their wraps, and they keep these guys showing up week in and week out. So shout out to those guys. You guys up in the booth put on a show, and everybody out there watching, we appreciate it.
All righty, James. Well, awesome job out here tonight, buddy, in your P3 finish, man. We'll see you next week, bud. Awesome job.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you, bud. All right, well, that is going to bring us here to our P2 finisher here tonight. Now, I actually get a chance to talk to him. So, is it Hi?
It's Heg.
Heg. Oh,
yeah.
I called you Hi this whole time. So, all right. Well, if I keep butchering it, I'm sorry ahead of time. We'll just go with the flow. But, awesome job out here tonight, Tyler. Man, P2 started back in 19th. I know you had, your fair share of, getting into some garbage that, you were right there and nothing else you could have really done. But, you managed to keep both fast repairs and, you fought for every bit of everything you could get out here tonight, man. Talk about it.
Oh yeah, I mean, it was just really just trying to stay out of trouble and avoiding the wrecks when I could. But it seemed like most of the season so far, I was getting kind of into some trouble in the late laps or getting taken out of the race pretty early. So just kind of getting towards the end. Really, the goal of the race was just to stay clean as long as I could to put myself in good position. But yeah, I mean, got pretty lucky tonight. Missed a couple of wrecks, and yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah, I mean, we had a solid first half. I mean, it went as smooth, I guess, as you could get. I mean, we went, like 49 laps, I would say, green. Then we had that first yellow there, about around lap 50. That's what I'm going to call it. It's somewhere around lap 50. Was you hoping, as an individual driver, was you hoping that was the way y'all would, this race would be, just straight green flag racing?
Oh man, like these like super speedway draft races, it's a toss up really. Like you might go, 50 laps without a caution, and then you might go 2 laps, before somebody wrecks. So today was just one of those days where we stayed clean most of the race, and then started getting a little dicey there towards the end. But for the most part, pretty good race all the way through, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid race out here tonight. You guys knocked it out of the park here this evening. Yeah, we had a handful of yellows, but like we all say, super speedway racing, you're gonna, at some point or another in the race, you're gonna have at least one caution, at least.
Oh yeah, definitely. You're gonna get at least one, if not 10, some races. But this was a solid one. There's a really good group of guys here. This is my first season racing in this league, and it's been a lot of fun. Some of these guys are really, really good, so it's good to race against some good competition, and I feel like I'm starting to get better because of it.
Yeah, they always say if you play a game, like somebody's better than you, or like basketball or baseball, whatever the case may be, racing's no different. Cornhole, I play cornhole, and it seems like I play better when I'm playing it, with or against somebody that is better than me, because I know I got to play better. Racing's no different. You come out here and you try to, better yourself, and, when you are against, drivers that may be, better than you, you tend to be better than what you think you are.
Oh yeah, iron sharpens iron for sure.
Yep. All righty. Well, round number 7 in the books, buddy. We go to round 8 next week. 2 more races left of the regular season. How do you feel about the new Daytona, bud?
Oh yeah, it's going to be a good time. It's just really another race. Really, it's getting towards the end of the regular season, so guys are going to start getting pretty aggressive, and it should make for some pretty good racing.
Oh, yeah, definitely. So, alrighty, Tyler, awesome job out here tonight. P2, podium finish, buddy. I know you got a few final thoughts, shout-outs, thanks. You want to give a free go celebrate. So, I'll turn the mic over to you, bud. Awesome job.
All right, thanks, man. Have a good one.
All right. Any final thoughts, shout-outs, thanks you want to give? I think he's already done. All right, well, I guess he didn't know the drill. All right, well, we'll get down here to Rick Seabrand's here tonight. Our winner here this evening is second win of the season. Rick, I got to say, man, you had to fight for it.
Absolutely. What a battle. It was such a fun game of cat and mouse up there with Jim and Paul was up there forever too. It just all the guys that were up there. I hated to see Sanchez get that black flag there on that pit stop, because he probably had the best truck all night out of all of us. He could control all the lanes and do pretty much whatever he wanted, and he couldn't recover from that. And it was just, the name of the game was track position, and we were just fortunate enough to have it there at the end.
Well, I know he was working his way up, and I know he was up there in 7th, 8th, somewhere around in there, and then that big wreck happened, coming to the, to the white flag, actually. I mean, it was right there, but, where the wreck was and where y'all was at, I mean, it didn't, it didn't have have time to come out, and unfortunately, he was involved in that, but he was coming, and I gotta say, I mean, it was between, if it would have kept going the way it was going, I honestly didn't know who was going to win. I mean, I didn't know if it was going to be him or you, or if maybe somebody was going to pull a mouse out of their pocket or something. I didn't know, because the way the lines were, the high line was dominant. I think you've seen that, but
Yeah.
We've seen crazier stuff.
Yeah. The real winner here tonight is the timing lines for when that last caution came out to give me the lead and the control of the race, because I thought for sure Jim had a nose out in front of me, but they gave me the lead, and like you said, the high lane was just so dominant, and Tyler, credit to him. He did a terrific job of pushing on that high line. It does come down to your pusher up there too. You can't do it alone, and anytime you got Len down there pushing on Jim, I knew Tyler was going to have his work cut out for him, because Len's a phenomenal race car driver and pusher, especially. So he was going to be giving Jim all he could ask for. So big credit to Tyler too, and really thankful that last caution didn't come out, because that would have been bad for us.
Yeah, definitely so. Well, looks like David O out there was watching. He said a great save earlier in the race, and we seen that. If you hadn't saved it, it would have been pretty.
I'll have to go back and look at the replay. I mean, there was so many times in that race where the plans changed and stuff. I don't remember a save. But I'm sure there just so much happens throughout the race. You know what I mean? It's just, but your mind's fried after Atlanta. You know what I mean? Things happen so quick here.
Well, we're done with Atlanta, at least for now. You got your second win of the season. Of course, I think with this win, you were only 6 behind Sanchez coming in 2 tonight, and unfortunately with that wreck, that sent him back into 21st. So, this win definitely going to put you up into the top spot going into round number 8. 2 more races left of the regular season. We go back to the roots. Daytona, the new Daytona, not the old one. So 80 laps there. We know Daytona and Atlanta, 2 different styles of racing. How do you feel about going back into Daytona?
Daytona's Daytona. We'll try and bring our best piece we can there, and I think we're it'd be great to go into the playoffs as the number 1 seed, but I don't even know. I'm not sure if it does anything for you anyway. So maybe just throw it all out there in the line, see if we can't steal another win here before the playoffs start, and kind of go from there.
Yeah, definitely so. Awesome job out here tonight on another win of the season. We won't get to Talladega, the final race of the regular season, until we get done with Daytona, because, with only 2 races left, Rick, a lot of things in the points thing, they can change pretty quick in 2 races.
Oh, no doubt over here. I mean, look at, like you said earlier with Sanchez, he was running top 5 after a mistake, and then within 1 lap, he's back in the 20s. That could be anybody's night. You'd be a fool not to think that can't be you, because it's just, things happen so quick. So a lot of this comes down to being in the right place at the right time and putting yourself in those kind of positions. And tonight, Atlanta being so track position dependent, and how important that high line was. That's just kind of what tonight's turned into.
Yeah, and you were right there. So, awesome job, Rick, on the win out here tonight, buddy. Your second win of the season. I know you got a few final thoughts, shout-outs, thanks you want to give before you go celebrate. So, I'll turn the mic back over to you.
I want to thank CFM, all its admins, all its sponsors, you guys for broadcasting the race, and all the fans out there watching. And also Tyler for the good pushing on that outside, too.
All righty, Rick. Well, go celebrate your win out here tonight. And I guess we'll see you tomorrow night, buddy.
All right, thanks.
Thank you, bud. All right, well, that was Rick Seabrands there grabbing the win out here tonight. Man, what a race it was. Man, that was a good race. Yeah, I mean, 49 laps, green flag. Man, you can't, you can't ask for anything better than that. Straight up racing, duking it out. And, I hate it for some of the guys that was involved in that final wreck there. But unfortunately, that is part of racing, especially coming down to the white flag. Things are going to happen. And, unfortunately, some drivers just got caught up in it that really shouldn't have got caught up in it. But, things happen so quick, and there's nothing you can do. But Rick Seabrand's grabbing the win out here tonight. Tyler there in second. James Mayer in third, Chris Brian Baker fourth, Lynn McNeese fifth, Kevin Spencer sixth, Mark Mann seventh, Donald Stewart in eighth, Russ Hancock ninth, and Sean Stevens 10th, Les Levy in 11th, Bubba Winningham 12th, Dan Osborne 13th, Chris Melton 14th, Nick Wing 15th, Anthony English 16th, Dave Hunt 17th, Andy Bergante 18th, Paul Savant 19th, and man, heartbreak for Rick Sanchez there, dominant truck out there here tonight. And just got caught up in that wreck back there, and he'll finish in 20th here this evening. Joshua Westendorf, 21st. Dusty Burkhart, 22nd. Chaz Spencer, 23rd. Jerry Bergeron, 24th. Andrew Schroeder, 25th. David Palmer, 26th. Brian Eschball, 27th. Michael Pratt, 28th. Robert Amaral, 29th. And Hunter Reynolds did not start here tonight. But again, our winner out here tonight, the Yeti Coolers machine, the number 4 of Rick Seabrands. Tomorrow night, OP back in action. 8:45 Eastern, 7:45 Central. Almost had a brain fart there. Right here on MaxspeedTV. You don't want to miss it. Our last broadcast before I get a couple day break. But, off Tuesday and Wednesday. And, of course, Thursday, OPTNT. We start the 4-race playoff thing, chase, whatever you want to call it. And of course, we will crown a Season 2 champion after the 4 races, but that all starts Thursday right here on MaxspeedTV as well. But until next time, thank you all for tuning in here tonight. A big shout out to Rick Sanchez, sponsoring tonight's race, the happy 250th birthday America 150 here at Atlanta. For round number 7 of Season 5 of the Checkered Flag Motorsports Speedway Monkeys. But until tomorrow night, stay safe. Thank you all, folks, and have a good night.